It's time for some FACEIT League. We are getting into week 2. We're kind of finally starting getting in the rhythm here in Season 7. First week we had a holiday here in the States. We had the OWCS finals going on in Stockholm. It was a bit of a wild weekend. Didn't feel like we were quite in the thick of it yet, right? It felt like we were kind of in a preview week or something, but here we are. We're in week 2. We're starting to find our stride a little bit. We're starting to get some master teams on stream. We only had one master game on stream last week, and for both regions, right? We'll be focusing a lot more on master this week, but not yet. Not yet. We still have... Still going to focus on some expert here today. We've got Moth taking on Peps Academy. This is a revamped Moth. This is, Moth kind of ended up changing hands about halfway through the season, last season. So far, they're 0-1. They dropped their first match, but it was a 5-map banger, an absolute barn burner against Goat Tricks. They're going to be going up against a Peps Academy with making their Season 7 debut here today. So, I mean, again, still very, very early on. We've only had one match played between the two teams yet, right? Here, we're in week 2. So, as I said, we're kind of just getting into our rhythm here a little bit. Let's just go take a quick look. We're going to go ahead and jump on into this thing as we're getting right at the top of the hour. Moss coming in with a quite the revamped roster. In fact, this is, it still continues to look different from, I think, the last time, like when we did our power rankings. Looks like Moss actually chose to stay in the blue, which is unusual. They did choose Ilios and ban out a Diva, but no side swap here. We had Moss placed at 11 coming into this. We have Peps Acad is sitting in the need to see more, but definitely have potential to crack top 12. And I think a lot of that was just based on Peps Acad coming with a brand new roster practically. They keep, 3 players of the entirety of their roster, but bring in basically a whole new support line aside from Poussin Rouge. You bring in Azumo in the tank role. You've brought in Nexo in the DPS role. We were getting right into this thing. It wasn't on a ban. They're out of Peps Acad. Just got off my flight 10 seconds ago, says Jazzy, literally in an internet cafe. Oh my goodness. We're in for a doozy here today, friends. I feel like my volume's up a little loud. Yeah. Let's turn that down a little bit. We don't need all that. All right, let's get into map 1. We're headed to Ilios here to kick things off. Show me some Overwatch. We're gonna have Moss and Wham in a Winston composition here in the start. We kick things off on well. Wham doing a little roof surfing at the moment. Yeah, Jazzy was saying quite literally. Just got off a plane 10 seconds ago. Just playing in an internet cafe in an airport at the moment. So, a little airport gaming here from Jazzy. Anticipate she'll still kick ass and take names. Nexo, playing in the Reaper variation, or the Reaper half of the Zarya Reaper composition. We do have a full dress Zarya Reaper, but Nexo ends up completely isolated, finds themselves in a 1v3, while Wham is holding off the other 4 players here from Peps Acad. Really nicely played there out of Moth. Find an isolated pick on a Nexo to start. No grab first control. Actually, had first control. 30% counting. Peps is mostly upgrade, says Miro. Gowan was on Team Raps. Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Gowan was on Rats. Yeah. Good call. Good call, Nevis. I can finally gamble. I'd like to thank my mom, dad, and all my fans. Good to see you, Litter. Good to see you. Alright, we did see a swap on that previous fight. Fluko's sound barrier, I don't think got anybody but themselves. How did that happen? How? Did Fluko get bubbled? That must have been just an insane bubble. As Fluko just ends up in a solo B. Okawat still goes down as the hazard swap from the Zumo is paying off dividends here. Bit of a broken fight at the end. Looks to be going in Peps Acad's favor. No loot grab percentage for the first time. My drop scammed me. I'm still waiting 2 days later. Oh, no. I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Moth's running into a Kitsu. Wim's going to go ahead and pop the Primal immediately. You're just going to use it kind of peel. See if they can keep a Zumo out of your backline, but Nexo's already found purchase onto Jazzy. There you go. Oh, and Zumo with the big violent leap does find Oku on the way out. So a couple of clutch picks thanks to Nexo and Azumo. And Peps with 2 fight wins in a row. Hold on to double DPS ults, downpour. You got a lot of tools here for Peps Academy coming into this next fight. You know, violent leap up to the top side. We're going to drop that downpour to try to catch Wham. It will. Just barely catches Wham on the corner. Meantime, Nexo drops a dupe into the Doppelganger Freya. It's not a dupe I don't think I've ever seen before, to be honest. Get the McDonald's guy off Winston. Zumo was able to block through the bowler shot. We get the sound barrier engage here from Moss. Try to run down a Zumo. They're able to just block up through it, move up into cage. Now sound barrier in from Fluko. Zumo's still under a bit of pressure here. Gowan and Nexo actually able to find a little bit of a release valve, if you would. Zumo stays alive through all of that. Ends up with a 2-for-1 trade favoring Peps Acad late in this opening round. Final fight for the first sub-map. With the Kitsu in play, Wham is able to get not just one, but a pair of kills. Healing bubble to top up, and Skywalk will not make it out of the clutches of the Tesla cannon. It's a 4-piece for Wham here to close out the opening round. Ooh, there's some time left. Gowan dying late, though, means there might not be a touch. Fluko just spawned. There's the flip. Okay, so we should have plenty of time for a touch. The flip was pretty late there. Fluko booped up and over, but you did have Nexo in there to secure the overtime. 4v5 really might have this Kitsu to work with. Assuming Skywalk can stay alive here for the next few seconds. Oh, same can't be said for Nexo. Pressure's in. Wham and Kiyuma end up to combine for that. On to Skywalk. They're going to take the Kitsu off the table. And Moss have full control here for this final fight. You're a noticer? Or a nudicer? Noticing. 2 tanks got changes that made them vulnerable to crit damage in the last patch. And Vendetta has an auto-critical. It's true. Which means her overhead strike does hit Orisa and Fortify. What was the second one? Also, shout out to Maga. Wham continues with the Winton. Let's get some Wintons in chat. By the skin of their teeth, Azumo and Nexo actually find first picks. Felt like that's just patient play there from both of them. Something that's hard to do as a tank player. I feel like, you feel like you want to be constantly moving, constant APMs. But that was really nicely done, and the patience is rewarded there from Peps Acad. They have first cap. They were able to find some early picks into this first fight as well. Now, you do have Bert Guster here at 90% towards his first bola shot. Kiyuma's able to find a kill. Wham low means you gotta wait a moment. Get patience. This time required from Moss. They wait to get their Winston top back up. Bolo shot now available. Myson, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You're gonna catch a Zumo square with that Bolo. Oka moves in to a flank, and we're gonna get the Kitsu onto the point. Skywalk Wolf does have the return, but Zumo gets run down. Good kill from Kiyuma to deny the downpour into this fight. Bob thrown in from Galwin. Just try to anchor in lieu of no hazard here. The Wham looked like they're able to bubble up. You have the extra sustain from the healing bubble. Jazzy gets a couple of final blows. Moss should get this flip. Yeah, Spartan Guster is 13 years old. This kid apparently just a prodigy they found out of ranked. Also, let's see, wait. Also known as Showbiz. Woo! Gets a good pick there. Point blank stick on an Exo. Yeah, getting our first look. Has blocked. Oh, it is has block. Okay. I was wondering. I thought it was has block, not blocking crit damage. I mean, I figured it had to be given, you know, context clues. But I didn't remember actually seeing that in the patch notes. Good call. Look at this shooting. You can see the young prodigy is, I mean, got some wicked accuracy. We're gonna pop a Primal Rage here in response to this downpour out of a Zumo. Nexo has tried to duplicate that, but the copy will not last. Wham! With a beautiful juggle directly following the exit of the duplicate. What a play. Nice little quick but precise technical move there from Wham. Looko actually getting the majority of the team, but not getting Nexo in that importantly. So 5v4 favoring Moss as the Pulse will land on a call win. Don't have the cooldowns to get out of that. Why they ended up so deep. Is a chaotic fight here. But Moss in full control. Seems like both teams tried to press deep into the ranks, and Moss kept calm and cool. Flawless final fight. Take the map. Okay, Jazzy is at least home. I got a DM from Jazzy that says, I just got off the plane and drove home. Couldn't even warm up. Wham is big in Korean, OMG. I believe it. I see no lies. I see no lies. Right, Manga and Reaper band out. I mean, we were just getting right in a map too. Here we are wasting no time. We're headed into New Junk City. Man, Peps went fast. Holy cow. I'll give you all some stats there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're getting right into New Junk City. I owe you bands. So it's a Manga band out of Peps. A Reaper band. They're out of Moths. Whew, they went fast. Symbiote, thank you for the follow. That's a cool name. We're going into some Ramatra. A little brawl here. Kiyuma tried to play the Venture in this opening fight. Doesn't really look like they got in the fight. Looks like some passive ult charge to me. We saw early picks come through. Gawain leading in damage so far. I love Has Overwatch. Just because you're so Winton Overwatch always wins out of a block slop. Has is fun. I'm just not very good with him. But it's hard to deny the purity that is Winton Overwatch. Oh, Kiyuma does not make it into the burrow. Good focus fire out of Pepsicad. Fluko comes in with their second final blow of the team fight. As they seem to thrive, like I can see why they try to get things messy there at the end of Ruins, right? It seems to work out for Pepsicad where they get in and just kind of create a bit of a blender. That's exactly what they did there, and Megatron and company come out with their second fight win, 78% counting on the board. Blizzard, if they need it, you can see Nexo primed here to gatekeep the entrance, 95% as the Venture makes it on to start the OT. Wham and Kiyuma have Zuma in a bit of a tough spot here. Nexo is going to go and throw the Blizzard. Wham gets frozen up, though. Looks like temporarily. Suzu saved them, but only for a moment. Thank God, not a whole lot to anchor the cart. It's just Kiyuma here. Yeah, quickly dispatched. And this is a 100-0 to kick things off. What a start for Pepsicad after dropping that first map 0-2. I turned 28 this month and I'm playing the best Overwatch of my life. Collected scrimbucks off some champion players this weekend. Let's go. We're headed into Refinery, which is this nifty hole in the roof. Oh crap, I didn't take my trash out today. I suck. I'm thirsty, but Kira's sleeping on top of your water bottle? Uh-oh. Wham has made the change off of their mushroom. It's like, all right, that's enough of that. We're going into the Doomfist. Winton. No, Winton, no more. Ah, the punch, the slam, the dead. OC in play here from the 13-year-old prodigy of Burton Guster. It has been a one-for-one trade. Aku keeping him in this with a pick on to Nexo as well. We do get a three-player beat out of Jazzy that... you know, she might want that one back. She might want that one back. Maybe that was a fat finger. Hey, you know what? She gets the pick onto Zubo. Fighting value before Galwin hits her with a rail shot. We did get a flip here. So 10% on the board from Moth. The overclock in play. Galwin slides in. Couple of shots. Nothing connects. Tectonic also in play from Kiyuma. Got a little bit of a flank there, but ends up separated from the team. Too far away for any heals to sustain. Oku is down. Jazzy on the other side of the point. And now it's looking like Pepsac will go up 2-0 here on New Junk City. Oh, they're going right next door to Ducks, too. It was a great spawn for Peps Academy. You seem to kind of backing up into the objective. Wham tries to intercept, goes around the front door. But high ground control for Pepsac. They're able to kind of put their back up against the pillars. Wham cornered. Caught by the Vortex. They're going to have to Meteor Strike to find safety. Showbiz is swapped over to the Soldier 76. Get back to this fight a little bit faster. Ooh. Maybe try to out-rotate here, but Wham goes down. Nexo comes in with 2 final blows there. Ooh, Pepscat just, I mean, looking flawless here in their map pick in New Junk City. Cheeky little flip from Kiyuma underneath. Oh, actually finds a pick. What a play there from KO. Open that up. You're able to sneak in. You force the rotation by stealing the point, and then you get a +2 over to Moth. Annihilation. Blizzard now in play here from Peps. Jazzy looks like they were able to just kind of LOS the Blizzard. Oh, and they were able to escape the Annihilation. Jazzy under pressure from 2 ultimates, and she's able to skate away. You can see the speed coming into play. Jazzy hits themselves and the Prodigy with that beat. Jazzy has been dropping some sound barriers this map. I tell you what, y'all. All right, Tac Visor play from Burton Guster. The disengaged Tac Visor was looking for Galwa. Galwa clearly broke the ankles. Oh, ends up getting a 2-piece. Despite having a Kitsu on the point, I mean, this is going to be a wicked fast New Junk City. One of the faster flashpoints we've ever seen on this stream. Capped and closed out by the overclock from Galwin. Peps tie the series. All right, I'm going to stay on top of it this time. We're going to pay very close attention because we know these bans are coming fast. Hybrid and Flashpoint are still combined, by the way. So that's kind of left over from Season 6. Meaning you had Escort and Push to choose from. Obviously, we're getting Dorado here out of Moths. We are going to get a side swap for the first time today. Moths choosing to go into the red outlines to attack first here on Dorado. Let's see, what do you ban out? Do you ban out the Ramatra? The Brawl composition's really going in favor of Peps. You may even ban out, like, the May. Take that out of Nexo's kit. We also saw, you know, Shobi is tending to favor the Freya or the Soldier, so it could also lean to a good Sojourn ban here. Might also go hard. But none of the above. We're going to actually target the Hazard. When Azuma was playing in map 1, really only the second round of map 1. Guys, look at some stats. We didn't even really get to go over stats from map 1. Clearly a very dominant showing with Showbiz, Young Prodigy, 12 and 5, 10k damage, leading the server in damage there in map 1. I mean, pretty outstanding in map 2 as well. Only 3 and 5, but still, you're looking, you know, your damage output is very good. I mean, just down the board though, look how many team fight wins. We have something. Only 8 deaths in total there from Peps in all of New Junk City. Let's get into map 3. I like how the music stopped just for the rooster to crow. That was amazing.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
So I was hoping Showbiz was going to give us one there. I was hoping. All right, we'll go back into the Freya. Definitely seems to be a favored hero. You can see, I mean, with the high ground here as well, the vertical leap, vertical mobility of this hero, very good on the run. Zumo and Pepsicat going into more of a D.Va defense. First time seeing the D.Va today in lieu of the Hazard being banned out. Obviously not comfortable on the Winton. Not trying to match the Winton, at least. To speak to their comfortability, is probably assuming too much, but not willing to match it here. At least not yet. Showbiz finds the opener. It's a kill onto an Echo as a Freya, by the way. Not the easiest of picks. A couple of good take aim bolts land there, and you're going to force the defensive team of Peps Academy around the corner. Moth with some good progress here. Now only a handful of meters from his first cap. Oh, Nexo does find their revenge and a swift recontest. Look how Nexo just storms into the back line. With less than 2 meters remaining, we get a hole. Good opener. Followed up by Wham. Really, Kayoma, I mean, really set them up for success on that one. What a team fight there from Kayoma. Found the opening pick, and I mean, then all the pressure in the world. Wham's just able to jump in and get a couple of final blows to the Tesla cannon. Well played. They're out of Kayoma. Kitsy from Skywalker to retake the high ground. You know, coincidentally enough, living up to the namesake. Zoomer runs down the anchor car, trying to find a little bit of value out of that Kitsu. Not a whole lot to be gained. I mean, you do gain control of the high ground, and you do run Moths away at the very least. Nexo playing on the far swing angle. Keep an eye out of there. You see the stickies coming in. Aku, with eyes in the back of their head, are able to swift step away. Meanwhile, Showbiz finds Pay Dirt with the bolus shot. Burton Guster, the opening pick once again. This one on the Galway. Got to wait out the Bob, but then anticipate a couple of these portals might come into play. Moth's playing low and slow here. Kind of anchoring cart, not really even valuing high ground all that much. You see Oku quickly swift steps off, not trying to die on that hill, but Gowlin will take advantage. Some free high ground. Is able to get that opening pick. Nexo duped into a Lucio through all that. Oh, big dynamite. Felt like that hit a couple. You got Suzu out as well. Now, I don't know if Gowlin intended to fall down. That's not what you wanted. Should have stayed on the high when he got booped off here. So we do have Wham primaling, caught Nexo. Wham showing off their Korean once again. Now, I believe Fluco beat first there, even though they were down big time in that fight. Which I was sitting here just thinking about that. Like, you force Jazzy to beat Jazzy need to be? An interesting thought there on matching. And whether it was necessary. You know, we could probably debate on that for a little while. But either way, I think it ends up being a good move out of Fluco. You end up drawing out that sound barrier. Hey, but you know what? Burtguster's going to find a kill for the second bolo shot in a row. Seems like, hey, the Prodigy just has these every fight. Oh, you go in and just steal the Mega. Take aim on to Fluco. Looking a little isolated. The boot from Jazzy knocked down low. The take aim connects, and Kiyuma will find the kill. Car continues to roll with just under 3 minutes. Moss are within spitting distance of getting this third point. Stick lands, but Gaulin's able to roll out of it. Survives with a literal one, but does not make it back to the health pack. Kiyuma will hunt them down for their second kill in this team fight. Trying to get this cart over the line. Burt and Gus with a pair of their own. And that's 3 points on the board.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. We're doing this my way.
No changes compositionally here from Moss to the head of the defense. 234 the time bank. Pretty good run. Yeah, look at that. Kiyoma goes deathless. 15-0 for the Tracer. That is a spectacular attack.
5, 4,
My goodness.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Rocking the Rose skin. That was the very first skin. I rocked that skin for years in Overwatch 1. Just waiting for the ambush. Immediately, his Golem tries to coach gun up to that high ground. I mean, honestly, lucky Kiyoma does not get the one clip. You got Jazzy up here as well. Jazzy chasing Fluko around. Fluko's going up trying to disrupt the Tracer, not let them just sit in behind enemy lines. Meanwhile, Birdguster is hitting shot after shot from the Ash, finding a D-Mech and a headshot on the Galwin for that final blow. Forget Quartz. Burton Guster, best hit scan, EMEA. I'm excited. I mean, it's an exciting prospect. I love just kind of watching the decisions. The coach gun rotation, try to open up these long sight lines there for the Ash. In here, we still got Kiyoma playing in the back line, but Nexo and Fluko are able to finally take care of that pesky little Tracer. And Kiyoma, their first death of the map. Kiyoma returns, try to bail there Winston out for that left-hand side, but these efforts have given Peps Academy a lot of room to work. Now, with a leap in Kitsu out of Oko, oh, that is the shortest Kitsu I've ever seen. That literally went right there. Like, that's it. That one little... Talk about an aura Kitsu! I mean, you got the disengage! Like, it worked! What an aura Kitsu, my god. One brick laid. Birdguster is able to answer Galwin, but Galwin gets two before going back to spawn. And defense find themselves at quite the deficit, particularly with Wham taken down, and that's going to be the cap. Peps Cat clearly favoring this high ground control. We saw this on their defense as well. They are going to try to hold this. After the bubble been used, it's going to be a bob all the way to that back high ground. Galwin rotates to the window, but defense rotates inside the bank where they're able to find Fluko. Self-destruct in play. I think Wham was going after the pilot. Does not get it. We will get a remake out of Azumo. Fortunately for Wham, they're able to dodge the pole spot. We do have a primal range to play with if you so choose. Will not be necessary. Defense hold. A little over 3 minutes to go here for Peps Academy. Oh, I'm sorry, Cube. I saw you back. Just as I saw you back there, I was like, wait, I need to go. Oh, never mind. Fluko's dead. Once again, Kiyoma just having a spectacular map. Still just the it's 2 deaths, 19 and 2, 6k damage. Very quick glance there, but I believe Birdguster sitting at 9k damage. Definitely high. I didn't check the tanks in that quick little span, but feels like it's got to be at least good enough for bronze damage behind maybe your 2 tanks. If not higher. When do we get the Bob in play, kind of slowing things down here for a moment. Jazzy, though, has been sniffed out and removed from the point. Birdguster actually able to find a D-Mech through that with a little help from Kiyuma. But the defense is slowly bleeding out here, unfortunately for them. Oh, nice bait! Oh, Kiyuma with the bait! That was ridiculous. Nexo goes down trying to hunt down the Tracer. Kiyuma comes back, slingshots in for a kill on Zumo. That was spectacular. What a play. Good heads up from Jazzy and Wham. You can see the comms in action. Kiyuma running back, and the reinforcements show up just in time as Fluko and Nexo were trying to pursue. Yeah, that's Galwen in trouble. Birdguster actually credited with the kill with the dynamite. Wham's gonna fight too, despite the Kitsu in from the other side. But you know what? I guess Oku had their own, so it was dueling Kitsus. Oku got more than one brick laid on that Kitsu. All right, so we'll call it dub. $40 seconds to go. You have a couple of powerful ultimates in the Bob and the Sound Barrier, but interesting choices in how you want to use them here. Not to mention you've got Beat and Primal from the other side. Okay, Bob once again is going to be thrown to that top high ground. Oh, actually ends up falling just in the last moment. It may have been a Coach Gun, not a Birdguster, actually. So the Bob ends up on the low ground. Not ideal, but you do keep the back line of Moth confined to the vault for a moment. That allows time for the Sound Barrier to engage. Jazzy trying to read spot. Only gets the 2 supports. Does not hit Wham, importantly, with that Sound Barrier. Wham very low, playing on this corner. Leaps up to the high ground. Oh, and just taking damage from all sides. No safety. Nowhere to hide. No solace. We will get another fight and a chance for Peps to get something done here on Dorado. They win this important OT fight. Of course, it means we're going to get longer spawns there from Moss as they look to come back and re-engage. Birdguster hold up top. Ooh, fired shots a little too early before reinforcements had showed up. Gave away their position. Ends up getting pounced on just before Ram gets back. It's just a touch too early. Jazzy fights D-Mech, but Wham goes down. So we're kind of at still a +1 for Pepsicad with minimal tanks. And they will put the second point up. Okay, looking to build up towards this rest of this Kitsu. You're about 20% ahead. And Oko, I believe, actually used their second in the previous fight, the previous engage. It's a nice ult charge build. It's going to lead to a significant advantage here in this next fight with less than a minute to go, entering third. And it's going to be good enough for a fight when Oki themselves ends up with a headshot onto their counterpart. Another red X on the screen there. Ram with a couple final blows. Good team fight hold here from Moss. Hopefully Overwatch Esports is still around when Burt is eligible. I know, right? Amen. Holy cow, amen. What a debut here for Birdguster on this stream. Beat is a touch light to save Skywalk. Fluke on me, just a split second off. Kiyuma continues to have an exceptional map as well. We do get most of Peps have made it inside onto the point. Nexo low, still hunting, moves in through the high ground. Bob tossed in from Galwen to help anchor the cart. This will provide Azuma with some much needed time to go either find a kill or find some health. Actually gonna go lay an egg of a self-destruct in the corner. Force Oku out, force them to swift step away. And this has actually flipped the map a little bit. Wham's Primal's come in gone. Healing bubble, not gonna be enough. Nexo, no! What a play! The bubble from Wham blocks the pulse and Nexo ends up in the middle of it. And the defense will hold on the back of it. World's first bubble kill. Yep, saw that. Saw that. No shot. Oh, and your 13-year-old. Their FACEIT League debut. I guess technically it was against Go Tricks, but still, Their stream debut. We can get play of the match here, or play of the game, I mean. I mean, both DPS from Moth were lights out good in that map. Where were you? Where were you when you first heard the name Burton Guster? I have a feeling that's just going to get shortened to Burton. Where were you when you first heard the name Burton? All right, Winton banned out here from Peps Hack. We head into Runasapi. Let's get some stats from map 3. It doesn't feel as extreme in the scorecard as I might have expected, but you're still looking at, I mean, 30 final blows for Shadow in the Tracer. 20, it's 30 elims. 24 there for Showbiz / Burton. Shadow / Kiyuma. Gamers have one name challenge. Impossible. Wouldn't NA primals be the fat ones? Hey! Is that Americans are fat joke? Well done, well done. Nexo was also 15? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got a lot of Nex-ups in here. My goodness, that's really awesome. Really cool to see. All right, Heart Llama overrated. Gemini Bull activated. Let's get into Runasapi. Which is hilarious because not only am I, you know, I have the namesake of the bull in my name, but I am a cusp Taurus Gemini. So I would be a twin bull as far as that stuff goes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
That's enough about the stars. Let's get our head out of the clouds and into the game. It's time for Runasapi. Okay. So Azumo and Peps going back into the Reaper Zarya. We saw them attempt this back on map 2 with little success. Wait, map 2 or map 3? Wait, we just had... Where did they try this? They tried this originally and it didn't work at all. It must have been on map 1. It must have been on Ilios. Map New Junk City went so fast. It was like, wait a minute, did that map happen? But we had seen a lot of swaps. We've seen, I mean, basically 3 different looks. You know, with the Zarya Reaper, the Hazard look from Peps CAD, and then the Ramatra Brawl, which is what worked for him so well on New Junk City. The Reaper Zarya has been their least successful of the 3 compositions so far. That was an interesting interaction. Like the overrun with the jump pad. It looked like the wham was on the way up when they hit the slam, and so the slam just looked funny. That was kind of an interesting interaction, like a kind of a stealth slam there. Oh, next I tried to shadow step away, but will not make it out. Wham just goes in and collapses on 2. Gets a double kill with the overrun stomp. I hit the wrong paw. I am so sorry, Wham. I am so sorry. In Germany on my friend's sofa, let's go. It's an important day. Shoal, oh my goodness, thank you for the raid. Yeah, big dubs, big dubs. Oh, the young prodigy will lose the OC duel. Going, so you know, the vets still need to be reckoned with here, need to be respected, and it's going to be a 3-piece there for Galwin with that final blow onto Oku. Quiet. Pepsack, answer back. Yeah, thank you for that shout out. I was just about to do that. Shoal, hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Ah, it's Maddie's birthday. No shot. Happy birthday to Maddie. Let's go. All should celebrate that. Come on. Anybody who's got a brain and a heart, a pulse, should be celebrating that. Let's go. All right, there's the overrun in. Keep an eye on Nexo trying to follow it. Zumo has foregone the Zarya. Now we're going to get the Kitsu Death Blossom. It actually got stunned a little bit, but you get Burton before that happens. Rally and Plea is able to keep the other two alive, and you have Wham and Kayuma are still on this point. Jazzy and Kayuma will find picks, and Moss win out the fight. Oh, and Element GG just rated as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I think that's a smart choice. Yes, I was about to say, that's the new name. Yes, that is so smart. Thank you. That is so smart. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. You should change the Twitter as well. Please tell me you changed the Twitter as well. Oh, Kayuma. Well, over anticipated that one. Blinked and then threw the pulse. Cage fight coming, gone, traded out for a couple of kills, but Jazzy going down. Oh, I was going to say that could favor Pepsicat, but Wham gets an important kill onto Zumo here. Nexo basically playing pseudo tank for the moment, but you're running out of reinforcements. Nexo will get the trade. Nice accuracy to find Oku, and Fluko is able to find Kayuma through all of this. So what kind of was a little bit messy, Pepsicat actually keep this checkpoint at bay. Azumo returns to the fight. What an effort out of Nexo. Keeping Peps Academy in this fight, in this series. Oh, Zumo just got smashed on that overrun. Woo! Burton Gus with a high value disruptor and an even higher value OC. Takes over that fight. Kayuma with a couple of dashers after a Genji swap. But really, I mean, it's Burton who's stealing the show right now. My goodness. My goodness. Garwin playing out of the window. We know Burton is lurking from behind. Garwin taking some damage. Slides in to go face to face. Well, face to back there with Kayuma. Point blank. You get my meaning. Nexo finds Wham after the overruns collide. Death Blossom in the pocket, but the rally is too much. You don't even want to try it. Jazzy has all the aura. I don't care if you don't have any warm up. There you go. And the Moths, captain and founder, will win out an important fight on the back of that rally. We did change the Twitter. Let's go. Let's go. Kyber, thank you for the follow. That was a downright American cage fight. Was my first time casting? Oh, that's amazing. No shot. We're getting a lot of firsts here today. Let's go. Kyber with their casting debut. You love to see it. You love to see it. Death Blossom in, but that orbital is just too powerful. Turns out the space beam is better than the disco dance of death. Moths are going to win back-to-back fights here. And we got a checkpoint and more. And this pivotal engagement here. Just over 3 minutes remaining. That was actually a really cool preset cam that I just did serendipitously, and it happened to be in the exact right spot. Like, that was really cool. That worked out exceptionally well. All right. Everybody's jumping in. It's a party. We got math. We got concentric circles, cages everywhere. Burton with an OC into the mix. Finds the kill onto the cage. Yeah, you know, finds lots of damage into the confined Pepsicad.
The barricade must stay in motion.
Whoa, whoa. Jazzy smells blood in the water. Went dashing out for it. Kayuma's backed up. Jazzy is by themselves on that back flank. Okay, the overrun in from Wham. So the break does end up below. Jazzy dashes forward, pops rally 1 health into the corner. Zuma will chase them down. But not before Burton and Kayuma come up with picks. And Moss win out a fast and furious fight. 90 seconds to go. Kayuma with blade in the pocket. We're going to see, do reinforcements show up in time? Nexo trying to swing, cut off, make sure that they don't. Gawain goes in to see if they can find the kill on Oku, and they will. Kayuma looking to respond. Sans, Juno, can they swing this fight? Woo! Good slice to find Skywolf and even the odds. Make sure nobody's got a Juno in play. A 1 Fluko gets overrun with a critical stomp there from Wham. They're in a bit of a staring contest there with Zumo. All the while, TS1 continues to march forward through the archway.
Approaching the final destination.
Wham's got at least 2, maybe 3 locked in that cage fight. Azuma does get their own cage down. Orbital throw it into the mix. And Peps and Cat get a few kills on the back of that combo. So the die wish from Azuma was granted. And Peps and Cat earned themselves another shot. 30 seconds to go. They still need to get this checkpoint and a lot more. Speed ring, blade out. Deflect used early. Orbital is now in plays from Oku, and Nexo can't find anything with this blade. Oku's able to pick up a kill through their own ultimate. And we're going to get another rally and play here momentarily. Burton with the OC finds Galwin, and that's going to be the nail in the coffin. GG's in chat. Turns 14 in 6 days. As we see Wham, you know, just praising Burton, who once again will get our play of the game. And Moss get their 3rd point. Take their first dub of the season. We'll move to 1-1 here in Season 7. This is Peps Cat's first match of the season. So this still got some makeup to do. It's early. It's early. Sometimes I forget Jazzy is actually like really good at the game and not just a Twitter person. Yeah, she's actually just top tier outstanding. Not to mention, yeah, I mean, you know, not to mention, you know, running an org and all that stuff. Ah, Showbiz, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. GG's. What a day, what a stream debut. What a stream debut. Uh-oh, we are sending Wham in. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we are going to get the Wham interview. You will get your wish here, Shawl. You will get your wish. Yes, I believe wasn't Wham who said that they were known as the Fister in college? Was that the one? It's the one and only Burton. I know. I know. Amazing. Can I have an interview? You can. You can. Quick look at stats there from map 4 before we do that. Oh, they have announced the Atla collab is returning. Let's go. Let's go. What a final map. Showbiz ends up 36-4, 10k damage. Shadow 35-3, Kimo fewest deaths. Pretty consistently as well. I mean, just that New York City was a bit of an outlier. Otherwise, Kiyuma / Shadow had fewest deaths in the lobby all the way around. All right, let's get Wham in here.
So we meet again.
We meet again. Welcome, Wham.
Hello. No, call me by my real name.
Call you by your real name, the Fister?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that what I should put up on the screen right now? Is that
yes, please. Every time you don't say the Fister, I'm just ignoring you. You're not talking to me.
Wow, we're coming in here making demands on my stream, are we? Is that?
I've come to fist your stream.
I can tell. Let's talk about season 7. Let's talk about this DPS line. Holy cow, dude! How's it felt? What's the integration been like? I mean, you were rightfully praising and bragging on Burton coming in. Tell me about this new pickup. Tell me about this hit scan.
So, our hit scan. Fun fact: he's 13 years old. His birthday is actually not too long away. It's this month. He turns 14 in like a week, maybe. Not sure. If we didn't win the map by 21, his mom would have shut his internet off, and we probably would have had the FF. So lucky we won that push map.
Oh my goodness.
He also plays like you know those like mom laptops that are like really bulky and they're like they're like what's it
I cast
called?
on one for like 5 years.
Yeah. He plays on one of those. His mom gets mad at him. It like blue screens every now and then. It's pretty scary.
Right. Wow. Imagine just a couple of years in a real rig. What this kid could do.
Bro, he's a prodigy, bro. He's a prodigy. He actually the game he played before this was he played Brawl Stars, and he was actually going pro in it, but he was too young.
Gotcha.
He was too young, unfortunately. They had to cap him by his talents.
What has there been any issues as far as like integrating into an actual competitive environment? Or
Absolutely.
I mean, clearly not the he's not the first 13-year-old we've had compete. Maybe the first at FACEIT League that I know of, but not in the first and path to pro, right? I will say all the ones I think have turned into massive players like Sugar Braun and Infected are like the two that come to mind. But yeah, back to the original question. Better than that.
He's better than that.
Better than that. Ooh, okay.
He's literally cow. He's better than that. He's actually him. We can't scrim late blocks unless it's the weekend because his mom shuts his internet off after the first hour.
Right.
We can't do early blocks sometimes because he comes home from school and he like has to put his book back down and he can't make the first hour. So it's like kind of rough. Sometimes he's playing at school and actually the teachers find him. He just DCs randomly. They cut him off. A lot of disconnecting actually.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of DCing. That's like the biggest challenge that you've come across here in playing with Burton.
I did eat a smash burger during the match. I just wanted to
during the match.
Yes.
Shoal says she can smell it.
Isn't there a delay? How did they know?
I mean, she's just goated like that. I don't know what to tell you.
How did they know? What?
They're talking about smash burgers in the chat, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, I was actually drinking. I drank one before the match. I actually drank one.
I mean, you can look in the chat. I mean, I'm not wrong.
There's no way there's a delay on this thing, bro. What? They're fucking cheating, dude.
So when did you turn Korean, by the way?
What you mean
What's
Korean?
up with this Winton? And how, like, I didn't know it was so cold. When did you turn Korean? Have you been practicing the Winton? What's going on here? It looked fantastic. Tell me about your Winston a little bit.
So, my best heroes are Ramatra, Winston, and Doomfist. They all share a similarity. At some point, they will be punching the enemy team. So, I always had it in me. Although I might end up with one primal per 8 minutes. That does happen sometimes.
But you know what? You got a good juggle in that primal, damn it.
Oh, I do have one. The fist thing comes naturally. The hard part is probably not dying and taking a billion damage, but it happens sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what? I should have thought about it though. You know what? There is a through thread of everybody just punches there in your wheelhouse in your hero kits, your hero pool.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Actually, we were like during the last map, we were like having a lot of fun, a lot of calming, a lot of competitiveness. Unfortunately, during the fight of the incident cage jacks, we didn't actually get to go the full way because Bird's brother actually got mad at him. Yeah, he didn't flush the fucking toilet pre-ham. So His family is a lot of troubles, honestly, during the matches. He has like homework he has to do mid-match. We were doing the ban phase, and this guy's talking about calculus. He's asking Jazzy for help. It's really hard. It's really hard.
You try to do math homework, and you're like, wait, we just need to ban a hero.
The only reason he's on our team is because Jazzy said she'd do calculus for him the whole FACEIT season. She'd do the whole homework, all English, only English and math. I think Oku Watse said he'd do science, and they didn't let me do any of them for some reason. I'm so curious as to why.
Fisting isn't a
Yeah, I'm like the gym class. I'm like the gym class, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Once they
punch.
start getting into boxing, then that's when you come in. That's what I'm hearing.
that's Coach Carl, but you guys don't know about Coach Carl behind the scenes. The 1-2 jab, you don't know about it, unfortunately.
The legend lives on, apparently.
Also, I'd like to also. Sorry, I also like to say that my coach has 700 ping. So.
Oh my goodness.
He's trying to figure out like where we are on the map before we coach. You know.
Got you. Oh my goodness. As Normal Tom is saying, he better glaze his coach. Is Normal Tom your coach? Yes, Normal Tom. It looks to be your coach. That's what I have listed as your coach.
Some people could say that, but some people wouldn't say that. You know, some people would say he's our spiritual presence within the masses.
That's fair. Everybody needs a spiritual guide. You know, that's okay. That's okay.
Yep, he's trying to teach Bert the ways of what is it? It's like this fucking worm game, and you gotta like put the longest word possible within a time frame. It actually, Bert's kind of getting good at it. He's already hit champ. I'm not even joking.
This kid can do it all. That's what I'm hearing. Burton can do anything. That's what we're hearing.
No, he can't. He can't do calculus.
Can't do calculus.
No, he can't do calculus. He can't. He's actually he wanted to do the interview, but his mom turned his power off the second he turned 21, so he's not with us anymore, unfortunately. But TT Showbiz, TT and TT Showbiz stand for the talent. That's his other alter ego, the talent showbiz.
The talent showbiz.
Yeah, the talent showbiz. He is one talentful, extraordinary man.
I believe it. I believe it. It was quite the debut on stream. All right, my friend. Go ahead. Anything else? Anything else you want to? Any other wisdom you want to share before I let you get out of here?
Yeah. The Arion coach, Bendix. Or post Arion coach Bendix is better than my main support, unfortunately.
Whoa!
Main support.
What? Just some Jazzy hate out there? What did she do?
It's not Jazzy hate. Bendix is just him.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Rand Bendix shout out.
We will be rebranding away from Moths after this match, and we're picking up Bendix and we're going by Crillionaires again.
Oh my god!
That is the way we're going after this. All right.
That seems like a perfect place to leave this interview. That seems very on brand for you, my friend. Always a pleasure to talk with you. I appreciate you coming and sharing your insight, telling us about Burton and his family troubles.
No problem, man. No problem. I keep telling him to like crush his family members' skulls into the wall, but he's not very fond of the idea, some would say.
You know what? I can't blame him. You know, sometimes tough love is good. That's how Burton got to where they are.